listen to that.
I and my former CIA colleagues trusted our government to protect us as we did our jobs. That a few reckless individuals within the current administration betrayed that trust has been a grave disappointment to every patriotic American. Joe and I have filed this action with heavy hearts, but with a renewed sense of purpose. I would much rather be continuing my career as a public servant than be a plaintiff in a lawsuit. But I feel strongly, and justice demands, that those who acted so harmfully against our national security must answer for their shameful conduct in court. Thank you.
Now, Ambassador Wilson.
Good morning. My name is Joe Wilson. I proudly served my country as a Foreign Service officer for 23 years. I was deeply honored to be appointed ambassador to 2 African countries by President George Herbert Walker Bush, for whom I also served as acting ambassador to Iraq during the first Gulf War. In that capacity, I was the last American diplomat to confront Saddam Hussein before the launching of Desert Storm. In the Clinton administration, I served as Senior Director for African Affairs at the National Security Council. After my retirement from the Foreign Service in 1998, I undertook 2 discrete missions at the request of my government to the Republic of Niger to look into uranium-related matters. In each case, I reported back my conclusions faithfully and truthfully. One mission was to look into assertions that Iraq had purchased or was in the process of purchasing uranium yellowcake from Niger. I found no evidence that there was any truth to the allegation. Moreover, the U.S. ambassador to Niger and a 4-star Marine Corps general also looked into the allegation and came to the same conclusion that the claim was bogus. Weeks before President Bush uttered his now infamous 16 words in the 2003 State of the Union address, the National Intelligence Officer, representing the intelligence community as a whole, reported to the administration that the allegation was baseless and should not be used. Regrettably, that counsel was not heeded. In the months that followed the President's State of the Union address, I privately urged the administration to correct the public record on the falsehood contained therein. When the administration refused to do so, I exercised my civic duty to hold my government to account for what it had said and done in the name of the American people. I wrote an article in the New York Times entitled "What I Didn't Find in Africa." The day following the appearance of the article, the administration spokesman finally admitted that the 16 words did not rise to the level of inclusion in the State of the Union. Subsequently, the Director of Central Intelligence confirmed that the statement should never have been made. Within weeks, the Deputy National Security Advisor offered his resignation, acknowledging that he had been informed on several occasions that the intelligence community did not want the President to be a witness of fact on an unsubstantiated allegation. Even as the administration was belatedly coming clean, however, some officials and their allies launched what the special prosecutor has called a concerted effort to use classified information to, quote, discredit, punish, or seek revenge, unquote, against my wife Valerie and myself. This attack was based on lies and disinformation and included the compromise of Valerie's identity as a classified officer of the Central Intelligence Agency. These officials' abuse of power for personal revenge broke faith with their obligations as public servants to uphold and defend the Constitution. This remains a nation of laws, and no administration official, however powerful, is above the law. I have confidence in the American system of justice, and this suit is about the pursuit of justice. To assist us in defraying the costs of this suit, the Joseph and Valerie Wilson Support Trust has been established with a website at www.wilsonsupport.org. We are under no illusions about how tough this fight will be. but we believe the time has come to hold those who use their official positions to exact personal revenge accountable and responsible for their actions. Thank you.
As I said, I'll take a few questions now.
Strategy of how you're going to
Can't hear you, I'm sorry.
Can you lay out a little bit of your strategy of how you're going to try to prove a tangible